Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Blessings to everyone. So as we live in a time where there is a lot of changes ahead of us and already happening, it is important to know where you can anchor yourself. So lucky are those of you who found a spiritual path or a religious path, and somehow you need to always see what anchors you. Yeah, that is very important, because when you want to explore the unknown, you don't jump from the spaceship you have just in the open space. You have a line, you have a line. And when we come to this world, we are born with a connection still with our mummy, right? Isn't it? So there is this umbilical cord that connects us till we arrive in the new world. And then in the tradition, in the native traditions, it is not cut immediately. They leave it a little bit, because there is a kind of pulsation happening. And finally, when that pulsation stops, then they cut it, and then they leave it there, right? And then by itself, it falls down. So the same thing is when you want to go into a new world, into a new experiences, spiritual experiences, you have to know where your anchor is, where your root is, where your safety is, so that you can take the turbulences that you will experience. You cannot be rooted in doctrines. That is very important you understand that. Everything that is out of your experience, or that you cannot possibly witness it, that cannot become your root. For example, I give you one example. In Christianity, the idea of the crucifixion is very elementary, right? Yeah. And without that, there doesn't exist any story, no? So in the Islamic world, the crucifixion is denied. Yeah. In a way that it says it didn't happen to Jesus, peace be upon him, himself, but it happened to Judas. Yeah. It happened to Judas, and he was exchanged in that moment, with Jesus. And it could be like this because Judas was looking, they say he looked like a twin to Jesus. So in the rush of all the happenings, they took Judas instead of Jesus. However it is not relevant for us. It's not relevant because we cannot know it. Yeah, we can believe, we can say it's like this or like that or like this or like that, but we cannot know it because we weren't there, right? So anything which is based on facts that we can prove, we shouldn't put ourselves there as a center of belief. Yeah. And we should not fight about it either. Yeah. So, and like this, we also do not have to go against any other's belief. Yeah. We do not have to fight about things on that, but we go the other way. We look where we are on solid stand, on solid earth. So one of the things that you feel inside of yourself as a security is there is a creator. Yeah, there is something that did. There is something behind all that. You feel it or not. If you don't feel it, also, it's not a thing we need to discuss. But if you feel it, make your pillar there. Make your pillar there that there is a force, that there is a source, that there is a great, great, supreme intelligence behind all. And there you should anchor yourself. Yeah. In this intelligence, in this loving intelligence, in this forgiving intelligence, in this, what we cannot name it because it has no name really, what we cannot describe it because it has no form really, what we cannot see because it has no matter in that sense. Yeah. But we have to anchor ourselves there. And with that anchor, you can go anywhere. Yeah. The other anchor is your personal relationships from people that you believe, that you trust. If you are connected with someone that you say, this is a person I really, really fear nothing bad can come from him. Yeah. Be for maybe your mother, maybe your father, maybe your brother. And in the spiritual relationship, you may have a guide. You can anchor there. Yeah. And if it is a tradition which has what we call a chain, a silsila, then you can rest there because you know there is a continuum, you know, and that gives you a security. Or you're in a practicing. That's the third pillar. You have a practicing, for example, you pray regularly or you meditate regularly. That is another pillar you can anchor. And that is a very important thing to do. Many people, they go into spiritual experiences without any anchor because they say, we want to try this, we want to try that, we want to try this. And that's not really a good thing. Yeah. Do things where you feel you have an anchor before. From that anchor, you can try. If you don't have anyone, if you don't have any anchor, don't try new things. First, find an anchor in this world. Give yourself a root, like a tree. Then you can dance with the wind. If you have no root, you cannot dance. Then you will become a leaf in the wind. And that can take you anywhere, but it can take you also to the fire or to the water or God knows where. So find this root inside yourself. Look where there is a root in you. Yeah. Where you are rooted, where you are anchored. And from there on, you are safe to explore. And it depends what you are looking for, of course. Knowing yourself is not dangerous because it's yourself, but it can cause a lot of pain. It can cause a lot of confusion. And that feels from time to time dangerous. And therefore, again, have people around you that you can trust, that you can speak, that you can hold on. Yeah. It's your family, fine. It is some friends you have, fine. It is anyone, but you should have some. Don't be a loner. Don't be alone in this world. Yeah. If you are still afraid, if you are without fears, you can walk yourself alone wherever you want. But if you are not in that state, that you are fearless, completely fearless, right? There are many people who have beliefs, they think they are fearless. They're not. Yeah. So be true with yourself. Look, if you have those fears, then accept them. Not being ashamed of them, because it is just also a safety belt, right? Fears are not always your enemies. They are just also healthy restrictions often. So you shouldn't try to just run over every fear you have. Yeah, that is not necessary. Go the positive way. Find your anchor, find your people you can trust, and from there on, you can make your search and you can explore. Thank you very much, and all the blessings to you. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu.